The World Wildlife Fund has released a report looking into the number of animals that have experienced a decline in population because of human activity, climate change, and habitat loss. So what they found was a 58% overall decline in vertebrate populations from 1970 to 2012. They also found that if current trends continue, the world could lose more than 2/3 of wildlife by 2020. What they also found was that freshwater species have been hit the hardest, with populations declining 81%. So there have been a number of studies that have looked into this, and they're not saying, oh, look, these are animals that have gone extinct. They're just saying the overall population of certain species has declined significantly, and it's only going to get worse unless we do something. Now, habitat loss is a huge problem. Overfishing is a huge problem. Overpopulation of humans is a huge problem. The first full census of African elephants found a 30% drop across the continent in just 7 years. Wide swaths of Australia's Great Barrier Reef have also become a coral graveyard. I actually have a friend who is basically saving everything she's making because she wants to go to Australia and see the coral reef before it's over. We're in a dire situation right now, and it's only getting worse.
So other causes are pollution, invasive species, climate change, and this is not talking about the number of species, as Anna pointed out. It's talking about the overall numbers of animals within these 3,700 or so species that they're tracking. And so, look, in some ways we are the virus, humans. We wipe out almost everything in our path. Now, that's not to say that I'm anti-human. I'm one of you. So, I'm proud to call myself a humanist. That's what Bill O'Reilly derisively calls his opponents, secular humanists. They're for the humans. I too am for the humans. But I'm also mindful of the planet and our context. And by the way, if we destroy everything in our path, that's not going to wind up great for the humans either, because there are bounds of reason, and at some point, you're going to upset the balance of the earth, when we're pretty damn close to that point right now, and then it doesn't turn out well for us either. And in fact, one of the guys who was involved in this study said, if we keep going in this direction, it could be catastrophic, not just for the animals, but for us. Look, the earth's going to survive either way. It's going to be here for a long, long time. At some point, though, it might just shake us off.
Just like Hillary doing the shimmy.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, and off we go. Okay, and we're done.
Yeah.
Because if we keep going this way, yeah, we'll take a lot of other animals with us, but it is not sustainable. So, and a lot of this is not, look, I don't know the percentages of what percentage is climate change, but I think based on what I've read in the past, that it's more us encroaching on their territory and poaching, etc. Climate change are macro changes that are happening that are affecting some of the animals now. It has begun, right? But most of it is us just cutting down the rainforest, us going into the fresh water.
That's definitely a huge part of it. But think about it. I mean, we are overpopulated. And when you have a lot of people, you got to feed them. And so, we have an issue with beef in the United States and other countries where we have these factories with all these cows and we're just mass producing meat. That's having an impact on the climate. And with fishing, we're overfishing. We're relying on farms for fish, but it still isn't really helping the situation.
Yeah, look, I'm not holier than thou. I eat steaks, and so I haven't done anything to stop this other than putting a little bit of a spotlight on it, which is what we do here on the show. But I'm not out there chaining myself to a tree in the rainforest, and I'm not saying that that's the wrong thing to do or the right thing to do or the best approach to fight this. I just want you guys to be aware of the problem. So losing 58% of the vertebrate population in the last 42 years, not good news.
Yeah.
So at some point, that bell is going to toll for us. So I don't want the animals or us to reap the whirlwind, and it looks like there's a whirlwind coming. The Young Turks isn't just us, it's also you guys. You make this show possible, and we want to thank you for it, and we want to grow together. We want to be too strong. tytnetwork.com/join. Let's do it.